Another crazy day in the African Cup of Nations. As if there wasn't enough drama in the dual kickoffs of Group A and Group B, Group C and D delivered as well. Welcome to Campfire Football. I'm Sebastian North. So we had a giant crash out. Another one saved their asses late. We had 1 minnow on the brink of something special, but they blew it. And we had a massive upset that led to one team creating history for itself. So let's get into what went down. There were 2 matches today that were pretty much straightforward, both 2-0 victories. Senegal beating Guinea and Angola beating Burkina Faso. Now, Senegal have won all 3 of their matches. They are the only team in this edition of AFCON to have a perfect record so far. So at this point, they're definitely the tournament favorites. Angola and Burkina Faso were already qualified, so this was just a shootout to figure out who would win the group and who would either go in second or third. But it was the other 2 matches in each group that were outstanding. So let's talk drama. And we'll start with Algeria. This is a very talented team. They have a lot of very good players who play in big leagues. So the fact they only had 2 points in their first 2 games was already bad, but they were totally still in it. The good news for them is they were playing Mauritania. Now, for context, Algeria's FIFA ranking is 30th in the world. Mauritania's is 105th. Now, if you just reduce it to Africa, Algeria are the 4th ranked team in CAF, and Mauritania are 22nd. But Algeria were terrible. They went down 1-0 in the 37th minute, and after that, they just panicked. So Algeria unceremoniously lose. They are out. Riyad Mahrez didn't show up. None of the other ones did, and so yeah, bye-bye. As for Mauritania, this win actually gets them into the next round with 3 points as one of the 3rd place wildcards. And it's the first time ever they are going to the knockout rounds of the AFCON. But it gets better. This is their first African Nations Cup victory in their entire history, and it's even the first time that they have ever led a match. They've never scored a goal to go ahead in this competition until they did against Algeria. Top it off with a victory and getting to the next round. I mean, this is a massive thing for this team. It puts them on the map in a way they've never been before. Frankly, they completely earned it. I was watching the game and they worked their asses off. They didn't stop the whole game. They didn't just bunker in and park the bus after they scored. They kept counterattacking and wanted another goal. On the other hand, their game management at the end was terrible. Like, this is coach's nightmare stuff right here. 3 separate times, they had the opportunity to go to the corner flag and just shave the rest of the minutes off. And instead, they're hitting some low percentage deep cross into the box that's easily cut out and allowed Algeria to go up and attack again. I mean, I don't know why they kept doing this and why there was no one to be like, go to the corner, goddammit. I mean, as a coach, I'm telling you, I'd be screaming my face off about that. But good for them, they survive. That's awesome. And who knows what they can do in the next round. I mean, this AFCON is crazy. And you just gotta love it. It's a fantastic story. All right, so Algeria are out. How are Cameroon going to do? Cameroon's FIFA ranking of 46 puts them 7th overall in Africa. Meanwhile, the Gambia are 126th worldwide and 35th in Africa. This is a tiny country. If you don't know where it is, it's literally like the tongue of Senegal. So Cameroon had been poor. In their first 2 matches, they'd only collected 1 point. The Gambia didn't have any, but that didn't mean it was over for them. This was a winner takes all and a draw won't do. So this game was always going to be lit. And there were plenty of chances for both teams. It was 0-0 at halftime, and then Cameroon stepped on it at the beginning of the second half, Toko-Ekambi getting the go-ahead goal in the 56th minute, and Cameroon were doing well, but they weren't looking comfortable. And as soon as the Gambia was behind, they just turned up the level and started to take control of the game. Then in the 72nd minute, they scored their first goal of this AFCON, equalizing the match and setting up a platform to possibly go and win. In the 85th minute, the Gambia take the lead. And they thought they'd won it, I guess, because the celebrations are out of control. The players jump over the advertising boards to go celebrate with the fans. You've got subs, reserves, and staff running across the field as if a golden goal has just been scored. The coach is hugging one of his assistants as if there's confetti and champagne spraying all over the place. Guys, it's the 85th minute, and because of the amount of VAR checks, goals, and substitutions, you're looking at minimum 8 minutes of stoppage time. So slow down. This is not over yet. Look, I get the players getting wild and that the celebration ended up in the opposite corner as where the goal was scored. I mean, they basically did half a victory lap. But I have to criticize the coach here because this is a crucial moment. There's very little time left in this game. You're playing against a giant that needs goals and can do it. So instead of hugging your staff, make a plan, get some of the players together, call your captain in, I don't know, do something. I have spoken about this longer than the time it actually took Cameroon to come back and score a goal. Yeah, it's less than a minute. There's an own goal and Cameroon are level and it's 2-2. But the Gambia did not keep it together. They get scored on a corner from a Christopher Wu header. And then it's Cameroon's turn to celebrate as if it's all over. Seriously, they did the exact same thing. Run on the track, staff, everyone's just running all over the place. Like, did you not learn from a minute ago? So of course, the Gambia, they now have to score 2 goals to survive in the competition. So they're throwing everything they can at it. They get a corner in the 94th minute and they score. What is going on? And for one final twist, you see that VAR actually cancels out the goal because it's a handball. This guy goes full Diego Maradona, jumps up, can't quite get it, so he reaches out and punches it in. But my goodness, what an end of the game. And it's just hilarious that teams just do not learn. Egypt took a 2-1 lead in stoppage time and then threw it away right after. Ghana did the same thing with a 2-0 lead. And this is just 24 hours before these games. I just don't know how anyone is not saying, yo, everybody, like, play to the end. We have not won until the final whistle. The good news is for us viewers, if no one learns that lesson, there's going to be some really good late drama throughout the rest of this competition. Either way, this AFCON is fantastic. The thrills, the drama, the upsets, it's just been awesome. Thank you so much. This is Campfire Football. I'm Sebastian North. Have a good one.